Good evening, good morning, or good night. Welcome to another fucking episode of Kid Yusuf Podcast. And today, I have a Chicago one in the building, and it's the one, the only, On the Daily himself.
What's going on, man? It's a pleasure to be here. Definitely exciting, man. Exciting to be here. I've been trying to get on Kid Houston for a while, man. It's just been busy for me. It's just been real busy.
Oh, yeah, no, man, most definitely. I appreciate you. Sorry about that. I'm trying to fix everything as I go.
Oh, you're good, man.
But yeah, no, man, I appreciate you coming through. I know, like I said, I know your schedule's hectic. I know you're a busy man.
Yes, sir.
You're a busy man. Was it? You wish you could be in one place, in all places at once.
At once, man. That'd be a superpower for sure, bro.
That'd be a superpower for every fucking celebrity or every fucking influencer.
Exactly, man. I'll be making 10 times more than what I'm making now.
But yeah, man, like I said, man, I appreciate you coming through. Because like I said, life gets busy.
It gets crazy, bro.
But yeah, but no, it's because I'm also faded too, man. You brought that high life.
The high effect.
Oh,
man.
high effect.
Yes,
my bad.
sir.
I looked at it wrong. The high effect.
That's what it gets you. You know what I'm saying? You know that high. You know, I can't read type of deal.
Fuck, man. That's why we're over here all messing. That's why I'm over here all tripping.
Yeah, man. And I also got them the sour rings, man, from
oh shit.
High effect, bro.
That's what's up. That's what.
It's something that you could, you and the wifey could get into a little bit later, you know.
Oh yeah.
But 100 milligrams a gummy, so I suggest splitting it, But if you hardcore, go ahead, go in it.
Hey, what they say? Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Hey man, some people be freaking out on edibles. Everybody takes it different, man. I had a couple stories like that. People freaking out, so I tell people microdose it.
I think every now and then someone needs to have that
freak out.
That freak out.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I'm telling you, it's kind of like a reset.
Yeah, it is. Where you, and then you're like, oh shit, all right, let me back up a little bit.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Let me rethink my life choices.
You might not want to do that again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Sure.
But man, so how is it coming from Houston to Chicago? I know the weather's fucking.
Man, big differences, bro. I'm gonna be real. Like, I talked about this on the last podcast I was on. It's a transition, man. It's definitely different from coming from Chicago, a busy city, and then, I was in the burbs. Mama moved us to the burbs, so now, we're in the burbs for a while. And I went to school in the burbs, so I had to adapt to like, okay, this is what it is, And then coming out of that transition, growing up, and then I've been there all my life, so I knew nothing but Chicago lifestyle. When I moved out here recently, it's a big change, man. When they say Southern hospitality, that's a real thing. Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Chicago, we're assholes with like attitudes. You know what I'm saying? But like, you guys are assholes with respect, and I like that. You know what I mean? It's love all the way around. And ever since I've been here, I've been getting nothing but love, bro. It's been great.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, that's one thing. Well, I guess you say that's one thing. I guess us Texans are known for, just our big welcome arms.
Yeah, bro. Like. That's real. Like don't ever think that's like not real, but that is real. Like, it's crazy, man. And then the food, like Chicago is crazy, so everything closes early. Like, nobody's out on the street at 9 p.m. go get food. Like, only thing that's open is like McDonald's, Burger King,
like the
fast food chains.
Yeah,
right? But out here, I could go get a couple tacos at like 2 in the morning, you know what I mean? And be cool. And, like, I love that, bro, because it's like everybody's got to find a way to eat, right?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's got to get it in when they can. So Chicago kind of stops that because they got curfews and everything now. So, like, it's just getting crazy.
Yeah, no, man. It is, because when you go to others, like, when you hear other people talk about, like, where they're from, like, Chicago, and they're like, yeah, man, at 9 o'clock, it shuts down.
Everything shuts down, bro. Like, it's sad, because like growing up, we was out all night. Mm-hmm. I was never home. And like now it's like, yo, this is crazy. Like the whole guns and the violence out there is wild. You know what I mean? And out here, you still get a little bit of the same thing, but it's a lot less calm. I feel like I could breathe out here a little bit better.
You're like,
yeah, because like, not even just to say that you don't even got to be gangbanging. You don't got to be on the block. You don't got to be
doing whatever.
Yeah. You could just be an innocent bystander that gets caught up in the wrong thing at the wrong time. And that is the things that, is sad in Chicago right now. Like, it's not safe for anybody,
Yeah, no, I've been wanting to go back because, like I told you earlier off camera, my wife and not my wife isn't from Chicago, but her family is there, and since I've already been, she hasn't. We want to go one day.
Like, look, it's a beautiful city.
Yeah,
I love my city, but it's a beautiful city. Don't get me wrong, but it's like every city. Like I said, you got your bads and your goods everywhere. If you're not looking for it, you should be fine. At the end of the day, always just stay on the swivel.
Oh yeah, no matter what.
I mean, that's just anything right now in this world. It is crazy.
Tell me about it, man. I'm always
man, bro.
I'm always walking.
Kids, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different aspect in my mind. Of it's not just me. I got a whole family I got to look out for.
Yeah.
So
I got 5 kids. So
it's either you or me, and it's not going to be me.
Yeah. So that's why I'm always walking around with a strap and a knife and because I'm like, man, whatever.
You got to, man, and it's sad to say that we're in a time right now that we have to do that. But in order to protect myself, in order to say that I'm safe when I go outside and my family's good, that's all that matters to me.
Oh yeah,
but I mean, like.
It's like I said, it's crazy though because like me and my wife sometimes we'll take a step back and we'll look and we're like, man, when we were kids, man, we didn't have
you didn't have to do that.
Like our parents didn't even have to walk around with a gun. Like I mean, from being from Texas, I mean, everybody walks around with a gun.
Everybody walks around with a gun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but but then when you get older, you realize, okay, well, there wasn't that much shit, and then now that we're older and it's our turn to have kids, then it's like. Where's the fucking time? Why? But
yep. I feel like days get shorter now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I feel like I don't know what it is, man. But when I was a kid growing up, days were long. Yeah. And we had fun.
Days were long, and we weren't sweating fucking bullets.
Exactly. It wasn't as hot as this now. This is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on in the world. Something has shifted majorly. Like it's crazy, man. But this heat. One thing I do hate coming from Chicago, coming here, is this heat, man. This heat is crazy. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you guys be outside in jeans and long sleeves in this weather. I don't know how y'all do it. I know I be sweating in the car. I sweat as soon as I get outside. It's
when you pulled up, I walked outside. I was already going.
I swear.
I was like, God.
I feel like it gets hotter by the minute.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm baking right now.
My kids, they finally were figuring out. Like, they're like, "What? Why is it saying 90? Like, okay, 98 is hot, but why does it feel hotter?" And then I had showed them on the phone. I was like,
the humidity,
this. I said, so it feels so. Every time they're like, hey. What's the temperature outside today, Dad? And I'm like, oh, it's this. And they're like, what does it feel like? And I'm like, oh, it feels like 112. And they're like,
Yep.
Yeah, but man, so since we got all on topic on that.
Oh, you're good, bro.
What made you get into the cannabis industry? What made you to do all the pop?
Basically, man, I'll start from the beginning. It was around like 2018. I started the channel. Mm-hmm. Now, the channel was never supposed to be cannabis content. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now how I started, bro. Like, legit. Like, this is real story. Like, I was into fishing. I liked fishing. Mm-hmm. And I was watching this YouTuber do live streams. Mm-hmm. And he was a fisherman. But he had hella views, right? So I was peeping game. And that's how I grew my following.
Yeah.
From his live stream and his viewers.
Oh, okay.
So like he would send people over to my channel to like, I would pay him like $5, $10 to like send people over to grow my channel.
Oh, okay.
Now we started as a fishing channel. So I would go to the lakes, I would go to like fishing spots I knew, and I would vlog my fishing day. And that was on Onthedailytv for about a month. And then I was like, yo, this is cool and all, but I'm not enjoying the content I'm making. And I'm like, what do I do on the daily? Mm. And I'm like, yo, I smoke weed. I'm chilling. I'm vibing. Like, I know about cannabis. So why not start something that I love, right? So I got into that. And about 3 months into that, I was started off buying like street carts. I would call my plug, yo, come drop off a couple carts. What do you got in? Cool. I'm picking up these. These were back when like the dank vapes were in the old school dank vapes, the old school glow carts, all those. And I would review those. And I grew a following. I remember seeing those. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I grew a following for it. And then COVID happened. And I wasn't working. and I was like, yo, I gotta stay busy. So I started to just consistently drop content. And weed is already legal now.
Yeah.
You know, like weed is already legal to this point in Illinois. So I'm good. Like I have no worry in my mind. Like I'm not breaking any laws here. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm like full game. Let's run it. And kept buying stuff and reviewing it. So I got to a point where COVID hit and I was getting nothing but love. People were tuning into the page. I grew 1,000 like in 3 months subscribers.
Wow.
Yeah. And then like the other 1,000 hit in another 3 months. So like all through COVID that time, I was just getting nothing but people coming in and subscribing, liking my stuff. So I got my first sponsor and that changed my outlook on everything. I was like, yo, I could really make money off this. Like I could get people to send me things. That's crazy. Changed my whole outlook on everything. Like I literally was like, yo, I could put this as a career instead of like working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
This could be my 9 to 5. And that's kind of what I put in my mind was like, I was working at Domino's, you know, that time I was delivering pizzas, but still making videos. And I had my son. So I was trying to get money to support for my kid. Right. And it was a hard time in my life, bro. It really was crazy. That whole year and a half, bro, was a crazy time, bro. Like I literally was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I just consistently kept uploading videos. That made me happy. Like that escaped me from the reality and the bullshit I was dealing with in my life, right? And, you know, I had my son and my motivation was like, yo, I gotta feed my kid. So started charging companies. I started like doing little fees. Like I'm gonna do a YouTube video for $50. It's $50, yeah, but it's something, you know? And this time I was still working at Domino's. And then I started working at a hospital. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you, like, this is literally how it planned out, bro. I started working at a hospital I think it was about August of 2022. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I started working at a hospital, you know, I get a phone call on break. And it was a company. This company right here. Leaf Palms.
Oh, Leaf Palms?
Yeah. He called me. I don't know how he got my number. But he called me and he was like, yo, I need you to come out to Vegas to do a show. And I was like, yo, what the hell? Like, I've never done this shit. Like, my whole aspect, I was like, oh, I'm scared right now. Because I've never been on a plane by myself. I have anxiety issues. I have like anxiety bad, especially like social anxiety. Yeah. So like it's hard for me sometimes. And it's gotten better throughout the years. But bro, when I got that phone call, I was like happy but nervous at the same time. Because he was like, yeah, I'll pay for the flight, take the flight, come down to Vegas, I'll pay for your hotel. I need you at the show.
Damn.
And I'm like, yo, I'm a kid from Chicago. I don't know what the fuck this is. You know, like I've never done a trade show. I've never sold product. I sold a lot of weed. But you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I've never sold this. So I don't know. Out of my mind, I'm like, yo, I can't do this. But I'm going to do it anyway. I have nothing to lose. So I was working at a hospital, right? He calls me, makes that happen. I don't know what I'm going to do and what I'm going to tell the hospital because I'm getting paid good money. Like I'm getting paid great money to be at this hospital working. And I'm like, yo, I got a fucking house I'm paying for right now. I got a kid. Like I got my daughter coming. You know, like it's crazy. Everything was just like, yo,
in motion. Everything
in motion. Yeah, like I couldn't lose it.
You couldn't lose it nor stop it.
Stop it. Exactly. Because I was pushing hard on both ends, you know. And this time I didn't have no car. I was walking to work. Cold, rain, sleet, snow, whatever. I was walking to work, doing my thing. I had to. And it was like blessing in disguise, bro, because I literally called off that whole weekend. I came back to no job. They fired me.
Damn.
And then it crashed. Those 6 months, I was not working. Things were going crazy. It was wild. Like my whole thing was like, yo, I thought he was going to, you know, take care of me.
Yeah,
right?
come through.
Yeah, he did, but it wasn't right away.
Yeah.
You know, and my thought like, oh, shit, you know, that was kind of my fault too, you know, because I called off. But that call off, it made me think like, yo, I could do this full time. So I would do shows with him, and he would call me for every show. And I was like, yo, I just got to survive throughout the month. So I was just getting constant people to send me boxes, subscribing, doing videos, charging companies, whatever I had to do to get by, right?
Yeah.
And we got by. Thank the Lord. I got by. Hard work and dedication never put in my mind like, yo, I'm going to fail. I got to keep going. So I got by. And I remember January of 2023, I left on a week before my son's birthday. And literally never looked back. And I was like, I got to come out to Texas and I got to work my ass off and I got to put on to get where I'm at today.
So what made you choose Texas instead of going to like somewhere with like maybe Cali or Colorado or something like that?
A lot of the thing is a lot of it is because of my loyalty with the brand.
Oh, okay.
Homie put me out of a rough spot. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that does that is got everything with me. You know what I'm saying? Like he took me out of a position that I never thought I would be in or see, going forward. Like I never was able to do this or even work with a brand. Now I'm where I'm at and I go to distros and I go to wholesalers and I'm talking to people and I'm making business deals. Bro, I'm a high school dropout. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I was told all my life, bro, I was never going to make it. Like, so like this right here is like a big opportunity for me. So I had to take it. I don't care where it was. I'm grabbing the money. I'm going for it. Like, and my girl at the time, like my girl now, she's still my girl, my fiance, sorry.
Your girlfriend,
she sees this, you know what I'm saying?
She was like, my girlfriend at the time, but now
it's my fiance. Yeah. So, she was all for it, cause I was like, yo, I got to leave her and my kids behind. That worried me, because as a man, bro, like I have to be there for my kids.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it worried me, bro. Like, cause I was like, yo, I'm taking a big risk. And I left Chicago with like $130 in my pocket. And I remember getting on that plane, bro, and coming out here and like a blind sheep, bro. I didn't know where I was going. You know what I'm saying? Like I just took a chance. I know where to live. The first 3 months that I got out here was a struggle. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like it was hard. I didn't have a place to stay. I was staying at hotels. I was, couch hopping, and I was like, Lord, all throughout this process, I was like, Lord, just get me through what I got to get through, because I can make it. I know I can make it. Mm-hmm. And I got through it, bro. I got my apartment, got my car. And I've never had, I had a car. I've had cars in the past, but I haven't had a car in about a year and a half. So it was like, yo, I got a car now? Yo, this is crazy, bro. So I had to make that risk, right?
Oh, yeah.
And now I'm like 2 months away and the family's going to be here. So all because of leaf palms.
Leaf palms.
So I got so much respect for the man, so much respect for the brand that, this is what I do, bro. And it's like, I don't see myself going to another company because at the end of the day, I look at it like this. He pulled me out of position where I was down bad. And he put me in the position where I'm at right now and I'm doing well. So
it's hard to find.
It's hard to find people like that, bro.
Yeah,
and then people that you click with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, it is, especially to keep going like that. I mean, everybody has their struggles and their ups and downs, but it's always good to hear that it's the train's still going, the hustle's still going.
100%, bro.
Yeah, no, man, that's cool, man. That they've been your day one, and that they're shit. They they opened the doors and
yeah, bro. Like, look, it's a crazy thing, right?
I'm still trying to catch myself. I wake up today, bro, and I've as I say, my life has changed completely, right? I remember always telling myself when I was in school and telling myself because I was always told like I was never going to do nothing. I had ADHD. I couldn't stay still in class. Teachers would piss me off, and I would just be like, I can't take it. So I dropped out of school. High school, dropped out, right? And I was like, yo, I'm better than what I'm doing. I was into, and growing up in Chicago area and into that, you want to gangbang. Yeah.
That's literally what it is, bro. Like, I seen shit my dad gangbang all my life. So, I seen that, growing up, So that's what my mentality was. Like, yo, I'm going to hit the streets. And I soon later realize like, yo, this ain't for me. Like I'm not that type of person, and I'm not.
Yeah,
I got a big heart. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
You know
personally.
what I mean? Like, yeah, bro. Like, trust me, because as a kid, that's all you see.
Yeah.
Growing up,
oh
that's
yeah,
all you see. So obviously, what we're trained to see is what we're trained to do.
Yeah,
right. I mean, it's human nature.
Oh yeah,
so, like,
I mean, we're seeing it all our lives, so we're naturally gonna just follow along with it.
100%, bro. And it's just like I look at it like this, man. Like I tell people now, like where I've came from and how I've done things, bro, because I just don't do it on the daily. But that's what I'm known for, right? I'm known for the cannabis content, everything that I do. But I do also like my photography, my videography. And like I go to like events and I'm like around artists and like, bro, when I say like I remember filming music videos for my homies on the block.
Yeah.
And like they've always told me like, yo, Fonzo, you're gonna go somewhere. Like you got it. You know, like you're gonna do something. And I never forgot what they told me, but growing up in Chicago, you don't always believe that. It's like, am I really though? You know, like, because you've been through all this stuff and it's like nothing ever came out of it. So you start to fail to realize like, yo, I could still be in this. You know, you're just subject to a energy.
Yeah.
You know,
like to a section.
Section. Yeah. Right. So like everything has changed, you know, and when I look at it like this, man, I definitely feel like you could do anything in life, you know, and when teachers tell you you can't do nothing, I make more than teachers now. But like, it's crazy, bro. Like it's a blessing to me, bro. It's just a blessing to say that I'm where I'm at and I came from nothing. I'm a high school dropout.
Yeah.
So like when I say that, you know, there's people that tell you you can't make it in life. You could do anything you want in life. Anything you want in life. You just got to put full energy into it. Your consistency needs to be there, and there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be days you want to quit, but overcome it because them better days are coming. And I want to just say that for everybody out in the world. You, everybody.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you know I know, man.
Like, God bless everybody because it's all I show is love, bro. Like, I got to show it out there because, like, I'm walking proof.
Oh, yeah, you know, I mean, you're here telling your story of where you're at and, you know, who you've been working with. And if you don't follow him on Instagram, you're missing everybody who he's fucking fucked with. I mean, come on. I mean, you fucked with.
I got a resume.
Yeah, this boy got a resume and receipts.
Yeah, bro. Like, real talk.
And evidence.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is, you know, and you know, it's crazy too because when you grow up without having any kind of, I want to say, well, maybe the lack of ideal support. Growing up, especially from a Mexican household,
yeah.
You know, it is hard because it's always like, no, you can't do that. You got to be the man, or you got to do this and do that.
That's that's crazy you say that, bro, because that's really how it is, man. And I think a lot of Hispanics out there understand where we come from. It's like you're trained to, you know, you're grown up and raised to be a working man.
Yeah,
you know, and Sabes que if you're not with that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like people don't like your grandma won't respect it.
Yeah, you'll
be the
you'll be known as the
outlaw of the family, the black sheep. You know what I'm saying? And I love to be that, you know, because it's like I overcame that. You know, like they thought I was going to be something, and I like still to this day I don't know if my family really understands what I do, because like. My grandpa, he's a big fan. Like my grandpa, man, I love it, man. Cause like he'll share all my videos, like, and watch them. Like, and he don't even understand what I'm saying, but he'll watch them, bro. And I love that because it's like, yo, big shout out to my grandpa, you know, because like a lot of it is like, he just respects that his grandson's doing something. And like, I'm doing something that most of my family's not. And I'm the only one that's out here really making moves like this because like you said, in a Hispanic family, we're trained and we're raised to be like, yo, you got to go to work, you got to hit a 9 to 5.
You can't do nothing else.
Yeah, you can't do nothing else. No smoking, no drinking, nothing like.
Or even if you do drink, it can only be on this day.
Yeah, bro. You know how Hispanic moms are. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, I wasn't raised too deep in Hispanic, you know, and because I was raised by my mom. My mom's white. Oh, okay. So like I would always go to my dad's house on the weekends. Okay. When he could, you know, and that's when I would learn my Spanish and like eat my Mexican food and like because my dad's Hispanic, so like I would always like understand, and I still to this day I don't understand certain Spanish. Like I really don't. I'm gonna be real. It's hard, bro. Like if I was taught this when I was a kid, I might as well be fluent. You know what I mean? I'll be making a little bit more. You know?
Yeah, no. Like I tell everybody, like my story is how I learned Spanish. When my mom and my dad got divorced, I was living with my dad, and my dad, well, as a Mexican man, you know, he wanted to go to Mexico.
Yeah, of course.
You know, go find someone younger.
Of course.
So he would go and he would leave me with my aunt who spoke no English, and me as what do we say I was, babe? 7, 8 years old. An 8-year-old fucking little Chicano who thought his whole life he was white because he didn't know what Mexican was. Yeah, and then spoke no Spanish. I spoke no Spanish when I got there, and I had to learn.
Damn.
I had to learn. Dude, my dad would leave me with like $20-$40. Man, that shit would last me for like a month or two. And I was out there buying tacos, playing games, and then like this little boy that I was a kid too, but this kid that I would hang out with, he was like 2 years younger than me. He took care of me. He was like, "Ven, vamos." I'm like, what? And he'll grab me and he'll take me, and he took care of me. And finally, my dad married his aunt, who's my stepmom, and he became my cousin. And to this day, man, we're like this. But if it wasn't for, like, I told him, like, the last time we went down there, well, him and my uncle, both my uncles, I was like, man, if it wasn't for y'all three, I was like, you know, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, where your roots are.
Yeah, my roots. Like I had to learn. Like, when people talk to me and I talk Spanish, they're like, you speak well, but you speak odd. And I'm like, well, no one really taught me, like, the punctuation.
Exactly.
When I was in Mexico, I had to look.
Yes.
Here and train myself.
Yeah. I got a story, man. I was excuse me. My first time in Mexico, bro. Oh man.
What part?
I'm from Jalisco.
Oh, Jalisco.
I'm from Guadalajara.
Oh, okay. Well, man, I haven't been there in forever.
But I also got family in La Luz.
Where's that at? Michoacán? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Michoacán.
Oh, okay.
Hey, yeah, I'm like I said, you know, I'm still learning, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where my grandpa's from.
They say the Mexican Michigan.
Yeah, basically, right. that's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, bro, like, so when my first time in Mexico was like, I'm a white boy.
Yeah.
You know, like, they're looking at me like, yo, this is a white dude, and like, in the hood of like where I'm from, like
dirt roads and concrete houses.
Exactly, 100%, bro. And you know, like, my grandma's from there, so like my grandma and my family have much respect on the block.
Yeah,
OGs, they've been there for years, centuries. You know what I'm saying? So like, when I got there, I didn't know any Spanish. My first time, like, I was there for like a month, so like I had to adapt, right? So, like, I remember my first time out by myself, and my grandma told me not to go out by myself. I was, like, 16 at the time. So, I'm like, yo, as a curious teenager, I'm going to go out and adventure, you know? Like, and she told me not to. And now I know why. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they thought I was somebody else, you know, and thought I was, like, with like, the cartel.
Yeah.
Like, because I was wearing nice shit. I had, like, Tommy on and, like, my fresh Air Force Ones on, and I didn't look like I was poor. I was from the area.
Yeah.
So, like, they, like, hassled me, bro. And, like, they were trying to take my money and whatnot, bro. It was crazy, right? But now I know is, like, all I had to really just say was, like, my family's down the block. Like that's just my tia. Like, this is my aunt. Like, the name by itself held weight in the barrio. Like, bro, like, it was crazy, bro.
Yeah, like, when I remember I told my wife all these stories. Like, man, I remember when I used to go over there and I used to, you know, be chasing the girls and all this when I was out there. I go, man, I remember walking this one girl to her house, and her dad came out all pissed off, and he was like, "Who are you? And who are you related to?" And I'm like, "Well, my name's David." I said, "And I'm related to so and so." And they're like, "Oh, okay, well, just go home."
Yeah, no, like, yeah, real talk, like that.
Yeah, like the whole attitude
just shifted.
Yeah,
as soon as I said the last name. Like,
yeah,
it's wild, bro.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, okay, well, just go home."
Yep.
Just go home. I'm like, okay, fuck, I'll leave.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's an experience, bro. Because it's like, you really don't realize, like, yo, this is where my family's from.
Yeah.
This is where my roots are. Like, I'm here. Like, I had to process that, because it's like, even when I went to, like, in the mornings, like, there was a little, you know, like, market right by the block. So, like, I would literally walk out my grandma's crib, walk a couple yards down, and the market's right there. So I would go get my chocolate milk, in a bag.
Yeah. A little boldy, yeah.
I was like, yo, first time ever I was like, yo, what is this? Y'all don't get a cup? Like, I didn't understand.
Yeah.
So my aunt had to process that to me. It's like, that's how they serve.
Yeah, it's that, like, and then especially when you go to the corner, like the corner store, and you get a Coke from there.
Yeah, and it's
but if it's a botella, but if you're not if you're not from the hood or you're not from there, they'll put it in that bag,
and they take the thing and recycle it.
Yeah,
because
they'll turn the bag and they'll put the straw, then they'll turn it, and they're like, here you go.
Bro, I was at a restaurant downtown Jalisco, Guadalajara, and yo, bro, I literally was drinking my Coke, and I was like, okay. They gave me another one, so I paid for what I'm walking out the restaurant, okay?
Yeah,
bro, they like bum rushed the fuck out of me, bro. Like, yo, give me the Coke bottle. They poured it into like a little plastic cup, and then I had to walk out.
Yeah,
bro, I was like, yo, I was like, why they do that? Like, why they taking this shit so serious? I bought this. Like, I gotta recycle. They gotta do it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Much respect, bro. Like, the culture difference from America to that is totally different, bro.
Have you been back since or no?
No, but I'm actually, look, I know it's been crazy. I've been here. My grandpa keeps me up on all the news out there, but he just went back recently. They were there for my aunt's wedding.
Oh, okay.
And they just got back recently. But yeah, bro, like, I'm trying to go back. I want to take the kids there. I want to take my wife there, see what we got to get into, because I want to take them home.
Well, from my dad's side, because my mom's side, they're from Corpus Christi. And then my dad, they're from Harlingen, but deeper down, my dad's family is from San Luis Potosí, Cerritos, from the mountains.
Yeah, from the mountains.
Yeah. I've never been. But I grew up going to Matamoros a lot, the frontera. So that's where I know, like, that's my stomping grounds.
Okay.
I've been to like Jalisco, I've been to Zacatecas, I've been to Guanajuato and all that when I was younger, because my dad was a mariachi.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so we would go fucking everywhere to go get the trajes and the botas and everything, the charros. But I took the wife and kids to Matamoros, and it was the first time for me going back too. So it was a culture shock, because it became like, now when you drive there, you see like new cars and people are looking like rich now. And then you see a Wingstop and you see Chinese food, a Starbucks. You're like, did I just make a U-turn?
Yo, I'm gonna be real. The first time I've seen a McDonald's, bro, in Mexico, I was shocked.
Yeah,
I was like,
when I was younger.
Yo, they got these out here?
When I was, you were young too, weren't you?
Yeah. Well, I was younger. I wasn't young, but I was 16.
Well,
but I was still a kid, at the end.
Yeah, I'm talking about like during the time of like your first time in Mexico. Yeah. It was like me when I was younger and I went to Matamoros. They didn't have McDonald's yet. They had a Domino's and a Church's, and I was just like, what? Blown out of my mind. And then when the McDonald's came in. When they started building McDonald's, that blew my fucking mind. And then, like I said, when we went back, now they have an HEB, they have that, they have this. It's
wild.
It's wild,
bro. It's crazy how fast these restaurants just pop up, bro. And they're like on every corner. No matter where you go, I feel like McDonald's is everywhere.
And it's different too. The food is different.
Food is different.
Yeah.
You order McDonald's in Mexico, it's gonna be a little bit different than what you order in America.
Oh, it will. It's 100%.
I kind of like it though. I'm like, yo, they need to put this stuff in America. You know what I mean? Like, and then again, I'm gonna just bring up this one thing. I was eating like a fat ass the whole month I was there in Mexico. I didn't gain weight.
Yeah, because we're always walking,
and it's not processed food.
Yeah, that too.
It's always fresh.
Yeah.
So what they're doing in America is like, yo, this is crazy. Like, what do you mean you're putting stuff in my chicken? Did you hear about the lab tested chicken? They're literally cloning chickens.
No.
Like, bro, they're literally like, they passed in California. This was when the submarine thing was going on.
Oh, yeah.
And they literally passed the thing where they could genetically clone like cells and create like literally just chickens. Like fake chicken. It's crazy, bro. It's wild, bro.
Like that 3D print
it's like
meat.
3D printed meat. Yeah, it's weird, bro. It's sickening, bro. But that's what's happening in the world when we're all into the submarine.
I know, man. I was the submarine thing, like it didn't even catch my attention. Like I saw it, and then I was like, I mean, I would make jokes about it, but
what's your thought on it?
I don't know.
Like,
it's still just like, I don't know. It's just still odd.
It's weird.
It's weird.
I think, I'm a big like conspiracy theorist, and like I think it was like, just to collect some life insurance.
Yeah,
because they're rich.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, and this is just because I'm like thinking like I'm rich or whatever, and I'm just thinking like if I was in that position, like I'm not going to just go down to the ocean and kill myself. You know what I mean?
With the PlayStation controller.
PlayStation controller. Come on, man. This is crazy, bro.
Someone forgot to charge it.
Yeah, it's wild, man. But I think RIP to those that lost their lives that day. But at the end of the day, it's just like we got to be smarter. If you're building this and you're taking it down to the ocean, there's got to be an escape, something, or a plan B. You know what I mean?
Well, it'll be kind of hard because of the pressure.
The pressure too, because once they exit, they're pretty much dead anyways. Yeah.
So it's like going to space. There's no plan B.
Wild, bro. Talking about space, I didn't know Houston was
a space city.
Space city. I was like, when I first got here, I was like, yo, why is everybody called like space this, space that? Like, and my boy had to explain to me, he's like, this is where NASA's at, bro. I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay.
Have you been?
No, I haven't. I'm actually waiting for the family to get here. So
you can afford. I'm just saying, like, you can afford it. We're broke. Yeah. It's expensive as fuck, though.
No, I heard, bro. I mean, bro, I'm broke too, man. Especially with all these bills that kick in. Man.
Oh yeah,
you can never have too much money. I feel like the more money you got, the more bills you got. That's literally how it is. Like that's how I see it. Because it's like the more money you got, the more money you want to play with, the more money and things.
Yeah, there's something that my dad has always told me. He goes, In order to make money, you got to spend money.
You got to spend money. And scared money don't make money.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Scared money. I actually learned that one out here in the streets. Scared money don't make money.
No, that's true, man.
I learned both. I learned that from my dad, and I learned that from the streets.
Yep.
Yeah. But it's crazy though, man. It's so. All right. Since I'm gonna look down, and we're all talking about everything. So how's the? I've been reading a lot, and everybody's been talking. I mean, I'm not gonna bring up what happened, but everybody's saying that Houston or I don't know, Texas or Houston. Do you believe that either Texas or Houston's gonna be the next weed capital?
That's crazy that you brought that up, man. I was talking to the homies about this, and I'm really big on weed rights. Yeah. At the end of the day, nobody should spend jail time when it's just self-medicating. Yeah. Now, if you're doing runs for the cartel or whatever, that's your problem. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. You're doing drug runs, you're doing all this, dropping off pounds here and there. That's your problem. You got it. You already know what you're signing up for.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if for all the people that are out there using responsibly, smoking for medication purposes, or just even for a bad day after work, whatever the case may be,
it's just like having a beer.
Exactly, 100%. Nobody should be able to
tell you
or even get you in trouble for having an eighth of weed, quarter of weed on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know laws are getting a little bit better here in Houston, but in my opinion, man, I feel like Houston's up next, or Texas in general is up next.
Yeah.
For legalization. It's coming into a play where the capital's we're having meetings about it. People are talking about it. 95 or 92% of Texas population goes to Oklahoma to buy cannabis.
Yeah, like I was telling someone, and I was telling my wife, I was like, come on, we can go west and go to New Mexico and get weed. Go north, we can go to Oklahoma and get weed. We can go to Louisiana and get weed.
Mm-hmm. Or West Coast, go right to the motherfucking motherland.
Yeah,
Cali.
Either there, Denver, fucking
bro. Everywhere,
Chicago, New York.
Yeah, like literally, bro. I look it up, and Texas is the only state that is not legal.
Yeah,
and everywhere around it is legal.
Like right now, they're barely going. Okay, if you get caught with a joint, you can still have it. If you get caught with the
they'll take it from you.
Oh, they'll take it from you?
I'll smoke that shit.
I didn't know that,
bro. If you get stopped here in Texas, they'll take your weed.
Well,
they'll take everything.
I thought it was from a certain amount.
No, they'll take it. they'll still take it. They'll give you a ticket and they'll take it from you.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
That's how it is.
I didn't know that.
I haven't experienced that, but from what I know in the past, because that's how Chicago was when it was federally illegal still, obviously, but in the state, it was getting to that point where we were going to get legalized. But before that even happened, we got to a point where it was like how Texas is right now. Like some parts of Houston where you can't get in trouble. It's like you can't go to jail for this, right?
Yeah.
So that's how it was in Chicago for a little bit, where people were still getting like popped off for like an eighth or quarter. They'll just take the weed and give you a ticket.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, I don't know about the eighth. I know from what I heard, it was if you get caught
4 ounces.
I think it's if you caught with 4 ounces on up.
Yeah.
They'll make, or if you get caught with an ounce, they'll make you stomp it out.
And they'll take it.
Yeah. If you're trying to move it, is this right here?
Oh, is that one?
Yeah. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
You want to move?
Yeah, just to adjust it real quick. Like right here.
Yeah, no, I need to get the other one.
Oh, you're good. Cool.
Okay. But yeah, no, the thing. Yeah, no, because I haven't experienced it either. But I've had people tell me that they'll be smoking a blunt or a joint in front of a cop. I think it just depends on the cop.
Yeah, I mean, respectfully, yes.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, I mean, am I gonna be the one to chance it? Fuck no.
Hell no.
Fuck no.
I already played enough with fire.
I'm gonna smoke at the house, and when I leave, you know, I'll be high as fucking kite. But I'm not smoking out fucking side.
Yeah,
like as in like me driving around.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, because I heard, like I said, if you get caught with an ounce, they'll make you stomp it out. Anything 4 and above, they'll take it.
They'll take it.
Yeah. But I heard like anything like smaller than that, like
they'll let you keep it.
They'll let you. That's what I've heard. But then again, it's based on the cop.
I'm not looking to find out.
And then I know up north in like the country. Over there they're like
there's outlaws out there.
Shit out there, man. You get caught with
we're criminals.
Yeah, we're fucking rebels without with rebels.
Crazy, bro. I look at it like this, man. If they're able to go home and crack open a fucking cold one, I'm able to go home and smoke me a fucking joint.
Yeah.
No,
exactly. Yeah,
no,
come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Alcohol was illegal too.
Yeah,
there was a ban against that. Come on,
come on. Like
everything's money.
Look, and that's 100% down to the straight point. Everything is revolved around money, man. These people will say it's legal. The next thing you know, fucking cocaine's gonna be legal. They're gonna be selling it at fucking cocaine dispensaries.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's reality.
Yeah,
if they can make money and federally control it, they're gonna sell it.
Yeah, like fucking Seattle.
Did you hear about how they have fucking like places where you could go shoot up heroin safely in Seattle? Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and then the fentanyl out there.
It's ridiculous, bro. I don't get into any of that. I try to keep myself away from even just looking up things because I come from where it's like, yo, that shit is like devil's drug. Like I can't even like look it up. I don't want to even get involved in anything like that. Next thing you know, I get pulled over. Cop looks at my search history. Oh, you're looking up fentanyl there? You know, fuck. I'm just looking up research. All right, like
I'm just trying to beware.
Like exactly, 100%, bro. Like it's just these drugs out here are crazy. Only thing you're gonna see me doing is smoking a fat one because at the end of the day, man, it's the best medicine around.
Do you do any psychedelics, or have you ever tried?
I dabbled into shrooms.
Yeah.
I like shrooms here and there. All depends on your mood.
Yeah.
Now I got a couple shroom stories. I got a good one. I got a good one for you. We were in Vegas last couple months. I was doing a show out there. I was doing a trade show, and some guy comes up to me. And he's got a shroom shirt on, and he's like marketing. He's like, "I'm shrooms, this and that and the third," and I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I fuck with the chocolate bars. So he comes back the next day and gives me a chocolate bar. Now, little did he tell me that these are award-winning shrooms from, like, the Shroom Cup, and, like, these are, like, the best of the best.
Oh, hell.
And I'm like, fuck. I'm eating it like it's one of those polka dot shroom bars that I get on the street and I can handle. Like, I took 3 squares. I was like, all right, I got this. After the show, I go out to eat with my boss. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Walls start moving. His fucking jawline is just like swerving while he's talking to me. and his eyes are like, bro, it was bad. It was getting bad, you know? So that happened to me, and I was tripping balls. Crazy. And, bro, like, I literally was in the moment where I was up to like 7 a.m. just staring at the ceiling, tripping. Never again will I take shrooms that I don't know what.
I'm gonna ask first.
Yes. Well, the thing is, I found out after the fact. I read the packaging.
You just went fucking,
I was like, all right, cool. Shroom bar is cool. Yeah, never again, bro.
You just dove in. You were like, huh?
I dove in head first, man. I definitely came out feet first.
That was like me. That was like when one of the homies here in Houston, when they make their shroom bars. I forget who was it. I think it was Housen. I think it was Housen. It was one of them. No, I think it was Poker. No, I don't remember who it was. I was always taking like the squares, microdosing,
yeah,
you know.
Microdose, right?
Yeah, well, that one day I was just like, I looked at it and I was like, man, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take it. And it was like a 4-gram bar. Chug that whole motherfucker.
See, this thing was supposed to be 4 grams. Definitely felt like 8.
I don't know. This shit was strong. I was sweating like a pool. She said that I jumped up in the middle of the night because it scared her because I jumped up and she saw me going like this.
Oh, you were in the clouds, man.
No,
you were vibing.
So in my head, what it was that I became a pirate.
Okay.
I had a crew trying to rescue her because she was a Native American. Because my wife's Native American. I always talk about the story because the story is funny. And she was like that. She's Native American, but she was a Native American princess being captured by other pirates. So I was.
Oh, that shit's deep.
I was like, fucking.
It was a mission.
It was a mission
to be saved right there.
Yeah,
man. That's for sure. Like I haven't tripped like that, man, but I've definitely gotten to a point where walls were moving. Like
I kind of want to see that, but I kind of don't.
Look, man, I'm gonna be real. It was good until you had to talk to your boss about work, and you're just like, fuck. But he knew I was tripping. You know, he knew I took the shrooms and whatnot, and I told him, I was like, bro, I think I'm having a little bit too much fun right now. And he's like, what's going on? I was like, bro, your eyes are moving. Like it was wild, bro. And I can't explain it, but just think of it like a painting. Like
okay, no. From the Simpsons episode when Homer ate all that chili and he fucking started hallucinating.
And he started seeing the walls wave. That's exactly what it was, bro. 100%. That's what it was. And it's cool and all, but that whole weekend, bro, I had a reset. I was like, yo, I'm never touching shrooms again.
Yeah, man, it was a while because after that, man, I was just like, nah.
I couldn't do it.
Like I couldn't do it no more. I stayed away from it. Like I'm good. Like it made me it made me get out of what I was in and reborn and then receased.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because people that don't take psychedelics, they don't understand that process, and then they'll be like, "What do you mean by reset?" And it's like the only thing I can really tell you is like you gotta try it for yourself.
Yeah, like I tell people, it makes you reset, but it makes you weird because it makes you kind of like come out of your old self.
It's a very weird thing.
Yeah,
and
like
it's deep. If you're really spiritual like that, it's deep.
Yeah, because I remember when I would take it, I would like when I would start first taking shrooms, I would talk to the shrooms and I'd be like, hey, I want to change this about myself. I want to be better at this. Can you make me less like this? And then and eat it. I would talk to them.
Yeah, I never talked to my shrooms, man. But I always knew like if I was able to, like take them, like I knew in my mind I was like I got to be around the right people.
Oh yeah, that's
like I got to be around a good vibe because if I wasn't, I was like yo, I'm tripping,
man.
Like my head's somewhere else.
For the first time, I took them out of the house. I took I think I took about two G's, something small, and it was during when the Super Bowl was in LA. Bro, I was fucking just. I was like, I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. I was on like,
yeah, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, like coming from like having heavy anxiety and whatnot, shrooms definitely helped me, especially when I was microdosing.
Yeah.
I had this buddy of mine. He gave me a whole like bottle of pre-capsule shrooms, so they were microdosed. So it was like a 0.3 in every like.
Oh yeah.
So I was taking those for like a month straight. I've never had a month where I was just so. I love life. Like I literally was just like, yo, I've never had a month where I was like, there's no worry. There's no what happens if this happens. What like me coming from Chicago, I have a lot of PTSD of like of what my early upbringing was and stuff like that. So like now in this time where I'm out being around groups of people, talking to people, sometimes I do get where I'm like, yo, I have a problem like speaking because I don't know anybody. You know, especially coming from Chicago, coming here, I was terrified to like go to my first event because I was like, yo, I don't know anybody. But then sometimes I forget who I am, and I'm like, yo, people want me to show up to these places. And it's like I had to fight myself to like do it. And shrooms got me through that.
Yeah, it's weird because fighting yourself is
we're our biggest enemies, bro. Like I can't express it enough, but like we're our biggest enemies, man. Like we have a
tendency,
yeah, where it's like we're gonna tell ourselves like we could go outside, but I'm thinking like 40 fucking fears in my head right now, like what's gonna happen or the worst, you know, like can't live life like that,
dude. You know? That's what took me a long time to get this going. I was fighting myself.
Yeah.
Fighting myself.
And that's
fighting
usually
myself.
what it is.
And I was like, man, there's only one way to fucking do it, and let's just do it. And I fucking haven't looked back since. You know, I mean, I understand people get, you know, I mean, you know, no shade on you or anything like that. I mean, you're a busy man.
Yeah.
You're a fucking busy man. People are busy who I interview. Sometimes they're like, hey, I'm busy. I can't. It's cool. I understand people are busy. You know, so that's why, you know, exact same time, like, you know, you're busy and I got to keep busy. Because if you don't, man.
Hey, well, look, the one thing about it is like, and I totally respect what you do, bro. And I love coming as a guest on things like this because not yet I get to tell my story about myself or what my upbringing was. But yet I get to talk to you and like get to know you a little bit more, and it's more intimate as a podcast, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these things is like, you know, we got to come out to do these things, bro. And like I know life gets busy and whatnot, and there's certain things that we can't do, like fuck, I can't make it, you know?
Like,
I mean, you know, last week or whatever I even did it was like fuck, and then in my back of my head I'm like, this guy's got a podcast running, like I literally had to cancel because things got busy.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I totally respect that.
Yeah, but I totally respect where you come from too. It's because it's like this is homie's gig.
Yeah.
Like this is what he does.
Yeah,
people got to respect that too. You know what I mean? And like I was here on time. I was like, I gotta be here on time. I was like, I blew him off last week. I was like, I gotta get here. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but no, I respect it. I mean, it's cool. I mean,
love, you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying, bro. It's like,
no, it's just because even in this business industry, I mean, you know as well that there's, you know, sometimes you'll get people who fucking just.
Oh yeah. So like, I'm gonna be real. Like and that goes the same with branding. Leaf palms, rose palms. We've been in the game for a while, and I've been doing these shows and trade shows with them. And like you say, they disappear, right? I've never seen so many brands and Delta 8 brands come and go in the market.
I'm about to ask you about the Delta 8 brands.
Yeah. So we could get into that as well. Like, shoot me questions, man. I got answers.
Yeah.
Man.
So, because yesterday I went to a smoke shop because I'm trying to look for a banger for my first rig. Mm-hmm. That's a mission because ain't nobody got 10 bangers. Mm-hmm. But I had seen the Stizzies, Delta 8s and Delta 9s, and then they have that new one, that X-Blend. And I was like, hey, I remember you did a review on those. I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah. So shout out to Stizzy. Love the homies at Stizzy, man. They show me mad love every time I see them.
That is a fucking big fucking accomplishment too, because Stizzy, I think I'm saying that right.
Stizzy,
Stizzy, okay.
Stizzy, yeah. So Stizzy's huge.
Yeah, Stizzy. So you're working with a big brand too, as well.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, I got.
Like I said, you got receipts and resumes and evidence.
I got it all, man. Like, I've worked with so many great brands that I do all this for, and you know, for the ones that don't know what I do a lot of cannabis work. So as in, like, I'm an influencer. If they got a new product coming out, I'm gonna make it seen to my followers in the world. So like that's what I do. As in, like, if they want to send me stuff, cool. I'll review it. I'll put it out there. We'll shoot them a price, and you know, over the years, I've gotten to grow bigger and bigger and bigger and get a better audience, right? So Stizzy hit me up one day.
Man, that was like,
I got an email from Stizzy. And I forget I put my email on my YouTube channel. So, and then I have my LinkedIn. So like they'll take it. And I'm like, yo, I forget, like, I put this stuff up there. And I get an email from Stizzy one day. And they're talking about the Illinois drop because they just dropped it in Illinois. They dropped the whole brand in Illinois. So now, knowing me, I'm from Chicago, Illinois, right? So they dropped the brand. They emailed me to go out there and do like a brand reveal for them. Oh, excuse me. But at this time, I'm so busy caught up with this brand, I couldn't go out to Chicago. So what they did was they were like, it's cool, you know, we'll send you the new D8 we just got because I'm in Texas now.
Yeah.
So they sent me the D8s, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy because I've smoked Delta 8 in the past. I've done a lot of reviews on them, but I've never smoked Stizzy Delta 8. You know, and I was like, all right, let's see what it is. You know, because coming from Stizzy, it's like you already know. Like if you smoke Stizzy products in the past, like you already know it's smoking. So like the Delta 8 is like, all right, let's see what it is.
I've had one, and ever since then I haven't had it again. And I'm like,
bro, we got to take a trip out to Cali, bro, because
I never been.
The next thing is like, yo, they want me to the next thing they want me to do a tour. Like they want me to come to the facility, give me a tour, and like literally put me on, like, you know, just to give me that Cali welcome.
Yeah,
I've never been to California in my life.
I've never been either. So
like, I'm hoping I could get there soon. But you know, little by little. But anyways, get off topic.
Yeah,
Stizzy Delta 8. They got me going. It's a great product. It's one of those products where it's like, it's Delta 8. You know it's Delta 8. You know it's hemp, but that shit hits. I smoked one of their pre-rolls are the best. I like their little 7 pre-roll jars.
Oh, the ones out here in the streets?
Yeah, they look like Baby Jeters.
Yeah, the Baby Jeter ones.
They look like Baby Jeters, but they're not. They're Stizzies.
Yeah.
You know, I call them Baby Stizzies.
Yeah, Baby Stizzies. That's what I call them too.
Yeah. And they're good, bro. For the Delta 8, I was surprised. I was like, yo, this is great.
Yeah, because there's some Delta 8s where when you smoke it,
gives me a headache.
It either gives you a headache.
It's too synthetic. It's fake.
Like you could taste it. You could taste the chemical.
It's cheaply made, bro. And most of these brands, that's why I stopped doing Delta 8 reviews, because like most of them were like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm good. Like I don't want to put anything in my body that I don't really know what. Like little do I know, this could be fucking made in a little lab and who knows where, you know, with a guy naked, and I don't know where his hands been. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real facts.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
bro, it's just like these companies pop up out of nowhere, and you don't know who the fuck's making this shit or where they're getting it from. So it's like it's the same with the streets, you know. So when it comes down to like quality, I was like, yo, Stizzy's is quality. Like it was really good stuff. And shout out to Stizzy again. You know, I mean, they look out for me every time I see them, and I'm gonna see them in Vegas again. So we got an actual show in Vegas. Come see us at Champs. We're always there at Champs trade shows. Shout out to Rose Palms. But you know, we're in the mix, bro. And Stizzy definitely fucks with me hard because of that.
That's badass,
dude.
Man.
I remember like when I walked into their booth in Chicago, they recognized me right then and there, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I'm getting recognized like that. That's wild. Like, because like, little do I know, like I forget, like I have videos on YouTube that still surface, and like people know who I am, and it's like, to me, I'm like, I'm a normal ass dude, you know?
Yeah,
but
I know.
To them, it's like, yo, this is crazy.
Well, it's like with me when I reached out to you, and I was like, oh shit, you reached out back to me. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, no,
because
like,
it's crazy.
One thing about me, bro, is like, and I'll always get this. I'm very, very well connected with my peoples, my fans.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna leave nobody on red. That's just me. I love to connect with my people because at the end of the day, they're showing me love. They're putting me on. They're giving me views. They're sharing the fucking videos. They're just showing love, right?
Yeah.
I'm a very loyal person, bro. So when it comes down to showing me love, bro, I'm gonna show you love right back. And I'm not gonna ignore you.
Oh yeah.
You know, one thing about me is I don't ignore anybody, bro.
Oh yeah, like, you know, with me, I mean, you know, I'm starting from ground up, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
I respect the hustle, bro.
You know, and then like when people are like, hey, you know, like I said, no shade to anybody or anything like that. But like I said, you know, everything starts from where it goes, you know, and slowly by slowly, you know, it'll be getting better because this is actually gonna be moving in the garage. So
I can't wait, bro.
That way
you're gonna have to bring me back on for another episode too, because we got a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, man. Of course. I mean, I'm gonna have you back on. It was funny because even when I was told like Untrendy and everybody here in the community, I was like, bro, I'm having Daily on. They were like, oh, you having the homie on, man? He's cool, bro. I'm like, y'all met him? They're like, yeah. I'm like the only one who hasn't met him yet. I'm like the only one.
Yeah, they shout out to my boy Untrendy, man. He was the first couple ones that really like showed me like what Houston's about. He brought me into like the events and like showed me what y'all really do out here. And I'm gonna be real, like coming from Chicago, coming from like the events we do out there in the city, we do it big. But when I came out here to Houston, bro, I've never seen events. Y'all motherfuckers rent out banquet halls, man. we look, I'm gonna be real. We don't do that in Chicago. We fucking get abandoned warehouses and set up shop. Like that's just how it goes, bro. And I was very shocked about that shit, bro. I was just like, y'all just do it like this. What? And it's amazing to see it though, bro, because it's like I respect that. Like coming from my dad getting locked up with bullshit weed charges and stuff like that, bro. I respect the hustle and the way that you guys do it out here, bro. Like,
yeah, because it's 2023.
Yeah, fucking, bro. Like, I dude, and everybody that told me like before you come out to Texas, you gotta watch out for the weed and this and that. Texas is one of those things, bro. It's like I don't see that going anywhere. As in, like, it's just gonna get bigger. Weed game is gonna get bigger, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
this movement right now in Texas, I feel it coming because this was the same energy I was feeling in Chicago before it got legal.
Yeah, because I know some people in Cali, and I remember I was on a Discord, like I guess podcast interview that they were having, and it was a few years, like maybe like a year ago, and even they said they go, man, y'all are coming up. They go, maybe in a few years. They go, but y'all are at where we were at. They go, we like over there in Cali. They're like, yeah, Cali, you know, it was cool. You know, yeah, we were able to smoke weed, whatever. But until it became like legal, he goes, y'all are at where we were at, like I don't know how many years ago. And then to hear you say it too,
it's a cycle, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like every state goes through it. You know, the pre-legalization process. You know what I'm saying? That every state goes through it. I definitely feel like we're up next when it comes to legalization. I heard they were just talking about even just making Austin legal for right now.
Yeah.
Just the city of Austin.
Yeah, because I know Austin has some dispos there.
Yeah, so they got some dispos. Same with Houston. So
I know only a few.
There are
you know many.
Yeah, there are a couple of like, but as in like legal dispensaries. Okay, no. There is a couple that are just strictly for medical patients only. Yeah. So obviously we're not able to get in, but only those medical, and they're not labeled. Like they don't cannabis on the side of the building. No, none of that. It's literally a building. It looks like a fucking doctor's office, bro. And you just walk in and get your medical.
Yeah. The only reason, I mean, I know we can get it. I mean, here we can get our medical card.
Yeah, yeah. But you got to be like dying.
Well, no. Since I have like gastro issues.
Yeah.
Like ulcer colitis and all that. Like Crohn's, I'm eligible now.
Oh,
but
shit.
The only thing is, if you here in Texas, if you sign up for it, you can't have a gun no more.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah. You know, that's that's crazy. That's something else. But you know, at the end of the day, it's coming to a point where it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, sooner or later, it's going to happen. You know,
yeah, no, and then you know, also, I'm trying to bring up my kids different, you know, and then also bringing up our kids different into this because our kids aren't going to know how it was growing up.
Yeah.
It was different when we were growing up.
A lot different, man. I remember when people used to get pinched for like a fucking gram.
The mold dime sacks.
The Drosky days, man.
Yeah, them fucking red fucking
little baggies, little sandwich bag, little sandwich bags. I remember those.
Fucking eyes were red as fucking this right here.
Bro, I swear.
The Mexican brickweed.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Those were the days, bro.
Man.
Those were the days.
But how did it feel? Because this was like me when I got to New York and I had to say, like, take a step back and be like, man, I'm just this kid from Texas, from Pasadena, Texas. in New York. I'm not doing nothing big or nothing. You know, I was just like, man, I'm here. I never thought in a million years I'll be here.
You'll be here.
Yeah, because as you can see, I'm a Ghostbuster fan. So when I got there, I didn't get to see the firehouse, unfortunately, but I got to see the church and the apartment building.
Yep.
But and then I got to see Central Park. But I was just like, man, how I'm here. You know, it's that.
It's crazy that you bring that up because I think about that all the time.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about working with leaf palms and with 2020 and with Stitzy and with all the other brands that you work with. Like when you take that step back.
You know, I put out a Facebook post recently, and usually my high school friends, you know, people that I associated with back in the day, everybody follows me on Facebook, right? Family wise, I don't have nothing really crazy on Facebook other than like my accomplishments.
Yeah.
And I put a post out a couple of days ago, and I was like, as I sit back here and I realize what I've done in the last 3 years of my life that I've done, as in like all the blood, sweat, and tears I had to put into where I'm at now. All the people that bailed out on me and didn't believe in me. Everybody that's really like told me I was never going to make it in life, bro. And I was going to either be dead or locked up, or I was just going to be a troubled kid.
You were just going to be part of the system.
Part of the system, right?
Yeah, part of the system.
So
I was told that too.
I love what I do, and I love to tell my story because at the end of the day, I sit back and realize everything that I've done to this day has got me where I'm at as in branding, where I'm at as in social media acknowledgement, where I'm at as in just being who I am today as a person. I've grown so much, bro. And this goes out to all my brands, everybody that believed in me. I respect everybody, bro. I respect everybody that shows me love and sends me stuff and also just puts me onto a platform bigger than where I'm at. Because when Stizzy shares my videos, that's all Stizzy's people. When Rose Palm shares my stuff, that's all Rose Palm. When, you know, all these brands share me out, I really sat there and thought about it. I'm like, yo, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. I don't see it like that all the time. But when you sit back and you're like, damn, these 3 years, I've gone from being dead broke, not having a car, doing drugs, being a fucking lowlife, to where I'm at today, bro. It's a blessing. It really is a blessing, bro. It's inspiring, bro, because like my grandma always told me I was gonna be somebody. And R.I.P. to that lady, man. She was the one that got me where I'm at. You know, all the hard days at school, bro. Teachers told me like, you disrupted class, getting kicked out of school. Like all those times I was kicked out of class, I always felt like I was never gonna be nothing because I was like, yo, I can't even sit in a classroom. I don't belong. In my head, as a kid, you don't belong. So everything that I've been told and whatnot, it led to being fuel to the fire. I'm going to keep going because I know I can make it, you know, and bro, it's a blessing to see where I'm at today because it's like, if I could do it, you could do it. If the homie could do it, homie down the block selling tacos on the fucking cart is going to be a millionaire one day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Everybody has a vision. Everybody has a dream. But yet people put you down because they know that you can make it, you know? And I had to realize that, like, everybody that told me I couldn't do it was just cheering me on because they knew I could do it. They were just trying to put me down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I see the same with you. Like, bro, you started here, and I've seen where you started. Like, I go back to the beginning of, like, how you started, like, where the podcast.
Yeah.
And where it's at now. Little by little, bro, it all happens. But people like me, people like bigger people than me that are going to come out of the show, there's going to be something one day, bro. Just always just keep pushing.
Yeah, that's one thing I was telling my wife, you know, like in the beginning of this, I was just like, I don't know. I feel something. Something's coming. I don't know what. I don't know when. I can feel it. I don't know what it is. I can feel it. I'm just going to keep going and keep going. And it does suck because either you fight yourself, or you're fighting all how can you say it? past voices that told you you never do nothing.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if it was.
It was like embedded in my head.
Yeah, like I said, it could have been from random people. It could have been from parents, relatives, siblings, whatever,
Whatever the case may be, yeah.
And it's hard because you're constantly not just fighting yourself, but you're fighting those. And then once you finally able to move all that out the way,
it's like, damn, I can see now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all these things and things that people were putting in my head, I was like, yo, I was just feeding into that shit,
Yeah.
But as a kid, like I said in the past, we are used to whatever we get told is what we do.
Yeah.
Or whatever we see is what we do as a kid, right? Because that's all we know. So all I knew was, shit, I'm never going to be nothing. Everybody just keeps telling me I'm never going to be shit.
Yeah, no, that's one thing I tell my kids. I'm like, look, we're living in a time now that was different from when I was growing up.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, now, I said anybody could be anything.
Mm-hmm.
I go,
the internet has changed everything, bro.
Man,
and that's one thing I forgot to mention. It's like the internet's your best friend.
Yeah.
So if you want to make it just internet is crazy how the world works, man.
Yeah, no, I had a guest on the other day, and he's not like working fully on Instagram. He's mostly on Facebook, and everybody's like, bro, you need to get on Instagram to be promoting more of your stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, and then people are telling me to get on TikTok, and I'm like, nah, I'm not too big on TikTok. I'm like, I'm just good with just Instagram. Yeah. I might give me a Twitter, but if I do get a TikTok, I said she's gonna run it, not me. I'm not gonna get sucked into that.
Yeah. No, and bro, it's a full-time job because going into like what I do with the brand and everything, it's a full-time job, bro. Like, yet I still manage my own channel, and do all my stuff, all that. But yet I'm doing their Instagram. I'm running their social media accounts. I'm in tune with everything. It's a full-time job.
It is, because when you get sucked in, you're just...
It's a full-time job, bro. Sometimes, and God, I apologize for all the times that I've been too into my phone and I literally didn't think about what was going on around me. But social media does get you sucked into these, like, I'm on my phone all day, bro. It's wild. Like, yo, I just spent the last 2 hours on TikTok. Why do you think it's called TikTok? Because the time just keeps ticking. Yeah. You just keep scrolling.
I know, it's
crazy, bro.
I know, like, and then also, like, during that my whole self fighting and transition and all that.
We all deal with that. Yeah, we all got each other's demons,
Yeah, but no, like, that made me really go, man, I need to take a break from being on this and being on that.
Start enjoying life a little bit more.
Yeah, like, I try, but then, then we get sucked in and then we try to do it, but it sucks, so, man. But, yeah, man, but I know we're all crunched for time.
Oh, you're good, bro.
And shit, like, oh, no, we're so good. We got a few more minutes. But, yeah, man, but have you done anything with Mike Tyson's brand yet?
No,
have you
man.
Reached out?
I actually, so it's funny that you say that. We're actually going to try to get Rose Palms on some podcasts, major podcasts, as in like Joe Rogan's, Mike's. We're trying to get another podcast that we're talking about, The Flagrant.
With Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, and then shout out to the homie, man. I literally, I'm big on podcasts, but shout out to Joey Diaz, man.
Yes, Uncle
dude,
Joey,
the fucking GOAT, bro. I don't know what it is, bro, but I see myself in Uncle Joey, bro. Like just being that kid on the fucking block, just fucking getting into trouble and just being a knucklehead, bro. That's what I was.
Yeah, but
that's what I was.
And it's cool that you bring him up because how we're bringing up everybody. That's how I want this podcast to be, like a Joe Rogan, but a Joey Diaz. But I mean, I'm not gonna have any solo ones because I'd rather talk with people. Yeah. But I want it to be laid back, bullshit, exactly, whatever.
And I think with consistency, bro, you'll get there.
Yeah.
And because I already see the movement, I'm happy to be here, bro.
And I'm happy you're here.
I just want you to know that, bro. From the bottom of my heart, bro. I woke up today, I was like, yo, I gotta get it, because like I love doing this. I love telling people and showing people, and obviously your audience and whatnot is like, yo, if you got something, go for it.
Yeah.
Don't ever second guess yourself. That's the number one mistake I did, was second guess myself. Because I was like, yo, why am I second guessing myself? I just proved to myself that I could do this. Why can't I just move on and do another thing?
Yeah, that was me. That was me like last week. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And like,
I'm gonna be real, bro. This job gets hard. What I do gets hard. It ain't easy. It's not for everybody. traveling, being away from family, being away from my kids half the time, it's not a job for everybody, bro. But
So-
you got to really want it.
Oh yeah. So how does it feel from? I don't know if you ever done. Well, let's say theoretically trapping. Have you ever done that? I mean, have you like? Is it?
Back in the day, I would never tell myself, or I would never call myself a big trap guy or anything like that. I was a kid that was lost in delusion, as in like.
Well, no, I say it like that because everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
so I got my stories.
Yeah, no, I'm saying because everybody's, everybody calls it, like
Chicago's
trapper, trapping, and all, and all that.
Serving dope, whatever you want to call it. I never really sold crazy drugs. I was that type of kid that I would see people do it. Like I've had homies that sold like coke, and I've had homies that sold meth and like crazy shit, right? And I'm like, yo, y'all really be doing this shit? Like that's wild to me. But I was that kid on the block that was like, Alfonso's cool, like cool peoples, like homies cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother nobody. I'm just on the block. I'm chilling with the homies, in my eyes, that's what I'm doing. They do what they do. I'm not part of that, but there came a point where I was like, yo, I got to start doing something too. I want to move some weed. So I've always been a weed head. I see my dad roll weed up all my life. So I've always been into that. Like culture, I want to smoke.
Man, I came into. I'm from a family where they're like, "You smoke weed? Oh, you're."
Yeah.
Like
I feel.
Yeah, like, rest in peace to. He's my cousin, but I always call him my tío. But Ricky, he was like me, the black sheep of the family. But when you sat there and you talked to him, he was a big pothead. But when you sat there and talked to him, bro, he was just like. He didn't judge nobody. He was real with you. He talked to you. He didn't care what you did. And that's one person who, out of the whole, like, no offense to anybody in my family, but he's the only one who I'm like, ever since he's gone, I'm like, no one really cares too much for the black sheep no more. And then, but it sucks though, because I know because I know you brought up earlier about being black sheep. And I know, like, it literally, you're talking and it seems like I'm just hearing myself.
Yeah.
Because the same thing. I was always that kid out on the corner, out on the block. I try to be involved in everything, but everybody was like, "Nah, you're
good there."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's literally what it was with me, because I was always the youngest on the block too.
Yeah, same here.
I was the kid that always chilled with the homies like that was older than me.
Yeah.
So I was like maybe like 12 at the time, 12 going into like 16. Those years. I was chilling with like 26-year-olds, 30-year-olds, guys that was in penitentiaries and this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the same thing with me. Like I was over there hanging out with dudes in Mexico, at 8, 9, that they were like fucking
older.
15, 16, 18, 20. I'm over here hanging out with these grown ass dudes.
So you're seeing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to sell weed. So I got into selling weed. I remember I bought my first ounce. And I bought my first ounce. I was balling it. I was gramming it up. Everything was grams. That
you're time. Like this.
I was like, yeah. I felt like I was on top of the world. And I remember selling weed for a little bit, and then I got into hanging around people that I really shouldn't be hanging around. And I got hooked on coke.
Oh shit!
I went through that for like a couple of years.
I almost got hooked on coke, but luckily I
got
too stoned and I.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like I wasn't addicted to coke. I just felt like it was every weekend thing.
Oh,
that I used to just get fucked up, and a lot of times I was like, "Yo, I can't do this no more." But it was the people I was hanging around, and once I released them out of my circle, and I kind of ventured out and was like, "Yo, I can't do this no more." That's when I had my son. Oh. So I was doing coke before that. And fucking around and doing dumb shit. And I had my son, and that's what made me stop. And I was like, yo, I can't do this. And that's when I went to delivering pizzas and doing the YouTube videos and everything like that. And that's how my life was. So I have many stories in my life where I'm like, yo, I was a fuck up. I did this, I did that. But look where we at now.
It's good to hear, especially for me. It's always good to hear that story because, like we always say, we always fight ourselves. We always kind of doubt ourselves. So to hear your story gives me that extra, like that nitrous boost that I need.
Brother, man, I'm going to be real, bro. Like, I don't say anything because I didn't do it. I say everything because I've done it.
Yeah.
I'm 26, but I've done it all. I've done it.
Like
all,
I'm
bro.
30. Like I'm 36,
It's
and
crazy.
I think, and I thought I've done it all. But when and this is one thing why I love doing this, because you learn.
You learn other people's stories,
Yeah.
other people's struggles, and not everybody's open like me. You know, like I'm gonna let the world know, because at the end of the day, I know there's somebody out there that's going through the same shit I went through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whatever I can say on podcasts like this, or when I tap in with everybody else, I like to say that, because at the end of the day, I know there's somebody out there that's going through it, and whatever I can say might hit them and affect them to change. You know, so that's what I do, man. You know,
I mean, I
just wanna
appreciate,
show love.
you know, I
show love
appreciate
to everybody
everything.
else that comes on, you know, to my channel as well. And we just love to show that, because like, even though we've been outcast our whole life, we could do something positive and put it in a great motion to where other people could see it as positivity, and we could just be great. And that's all I ever wanted, was to be great. And I was always great, but just never was in the great situations. You know, we have to go through the dark to get to where we need to be.
And it sucks, because when you start getting closer to that light, to that great, that's when you start having to cut off those people.
Yeah,
and then
it sucks.
And it sucks because it makes you step back and go, man, even though we have X amount of years or whatever, they're not good for me.
It ain't good. Yeah, exactly. 100%. And we start noticing that, you know, just to make this short, but we start noticing that, you know, people are, you know, influencing very heavy on us. And then when we start to realize and open up our eyes and be like, yo, this is crazy. I'm doing this without them. I'm doing so much better than what I'm doing when I was doing with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing 10 times more than what I was doing with them. So one thing I always say, and I always put in my mind before we end this podcast, is I always say, if they're not giving you advice, if they're not trying to help you out, if they're not trying to win millions with you or put you on, or even just to help you get on, or let's get rich together, if they're not giving that conversation,
let's eat at the same table,
I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I've chilled with low lives. I've already seen where that life got me. I've already seen where everything got me. So it's nothing but being positive and keep pushing, you know, because if I could do it, like I said, in the beginning, if I could do it, you could do it. Anybody could do it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the message I put out to everybody, man.
Man,
Just
like
stay positive and stay pushing.
Man, like I said, I appreciate you coming through, man, dropping a bunch of fucking gems, a bunch of motivation, a bunch of nitrous boosts of
bro,
fucking advice.
That's what it is, bro.
And you know, dropping all these beautiful.
This is all for you, by the way,
Oh
bro.
shit, I didn't know. I thought you were just dropping them out.
This is all for you, bro. I love the show. Like I said, we show love, bro. So
yeah, hell yeah.
You were stocked up with some wraps, some rose palms. Shout out to Rose Palms. If you guys haven't heard about us, we're in all the vape cities. We're in all the Pineapple Expresses. We're in all the smoke alleys in Houston. We're pretty much every smoke shop you see on the block. We're there.
It's funny because my sister-in-law, she wants to smoke some of these for her.
Some roses?
Some roses for
there you go.
When they get married.
Well,
yeah.
You know the guy with the rose guy. You know.
Yeah, there you go.
You just call me. I'll supply the wedding.
He'll bring the roses.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I said, we're gonna beautiful way to end out the podcast. Yeah. Again, shout out to you, Daily. Y'all
appreciate you, man.
If y'all don't know, now y'all know.
Yeah, and you can follow me on social medias at On The Daily on Instagram, Onthedailytv on YouTube, Onthedailytv on Instagram, and then That Boy Daily on TikTok.
I'll be dropping everything down in the description below. Also, shout out to all your brands. If
you can follow us on Leaf Palms, at Leaf Palms on Instagram, and then at Leaf Palms USA on TikTok.
And then for
2020 High Effect, it is 2020 High Effect _ on Instagram. Shout out to the homies out of LA.
Alrighty then. Well, guys, y'all heard it here. This was a fucking badass episode of Kid Houston Podcast, and we will catch y'all on the fucking flip. Make sure y'all go like and subscribe.
Peace.